to be bringing into the relationship.
Sure.
He should be bringing in more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times that black men like white women because they are submissive.
Sure.
Because they're used to the white father.
Right.
And the mother's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are other white households where the wife is dominating over the husband, and it depends on what it is.
Sure.
But a lot of black men don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think too. Here's what you hear a lot. I think that there's a dirty underskirt with the black man or and the black woman seeking outside of the race. What I mean by that is this here. Most of the people I know that have married outside of their race, it was because they thought financially that you were endowed with Howard Hughes money. Correct. And when I try to tell them, I said, well, now, wait a minute now. And that's not always true. And a good 85% or 95% is not going to be true. Right. Rich people normally marry rich people. I mean, you understand what I mean? That's just the name of the game. Yeah. Don't think that, the Kennedy great-great-grand is going to come and marry my great-great-granddaughter, Bertha or whatever the case may be, because she flipped on the thing, you understand? It's not really going to happen. And I think that right there is a part that's a great problem that we have.
But today, you have a lot of strong black women educated who are making a lot of money, and yet the black man still is looking for that white woman because she's submissive.
Yes.
So sometimes it does have to do with finances, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is true. As I say this year, I've been in the dating game for years, and I've had women, literally stand up. In front of your face, you stand up like a boy here, you understand?
Yes.
The way you look, in fact, I had a neighbor, 2 years ago that showed some behavior like that right there. The way I told her boyfriend, I said, you can't put that on this side, you have to move it on the other side. This is your side of the yard, this is mine. And the way that woman come rushing out at me, she came at me like a bulldozer. And I'm going to tell you something, I used to box. I got that, remember the 35 millimeter that when you would look at it and you get that little target? I mean, I had got it, man. That target said, bang! And I looked at that woman, I said, whoa! I said, let me give you a hug. And that hug is for me. Because I had to remind myself that this was a woman. The way she charged at me, man, like a bulldog. You understand me? So a lot of times, women do put up that front and everything. Yes. So you got to know when to, when to do it.
Especially black women, because of years ago, they didn't necessarily have husbands.
Yes,
or the fathers would leave their children and leave it to the
mama. Yeah.
So she had to learn to raise her children, protect them, give the finances,
take
care of them.
But because of psychology and because of education, then we have to be reformed into how maybe there needs to be some classes going on with our sisters and women that was raised like that can take it to learn how
and I
to
think that's
relax
where President
and everything.
Obama and his wife are leading the people now to see what you can become and what a wonderful first family we have.
Yes, without a doubt.
Who are loving people, who are trying the best that they can. I hear a lot of things out there about President Obama from white people, and it just astonishes me that they come up with so many things that he's the Antichrist, and he's this and he's that.
Well, but I forgive those people because I understand from whence they were bred. Under the Jim Crow law, all these things, and you're not going to get rid of that law just like that. It's only been, since 1963, 65. Right, and then around the table, secret conversation that, son, you still are better. So it's going to take a long time for that to grow out. Just like it's going to take a long time for the Western nations to see Asia as a superpower, as a, a nation that just rises.
I would just like to say one thing about dating white different races. I don't think it should be dating and looking at a race.
Sure.
It should be dating looking at that person.
Yes.
What do they have to offer?
Yes. Well, we're getting there now. We slowly we're going to arrive there. We haven't landed there yet, but we're on our way. Right. And that's a good thing.
It is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll keep hope alive. Where we at? All right. So the idea is this. Let us keep on going. So the idea is this right here. Is that so we're very interested. I think that love is a beautiful thing.
Yes, amen.
But let me say this right here. Let me say this right here to you and to all the people here. Now, for me, because from whence I was bred, right, Here's what I would have to do before I can make a selection of anyone outside of my race. I tell you what I would have to. Has nothing to do with hate. It has to do with the breading of my mind. Is that I would have to date a good many of you before I could. You understand me? Before I could feel that I'm totally healed. In other words, I could not meet someone from another race and just say, "All right, you're gonna be my wife." I think that I would have to do the same scenario that I did with my sisters. I would have to date, friendship, call you, break a date, you break a date. You know, I would have to go through that right there so I can evolve and I can reevaluate the whole situation and everything from whence I was bred. That's just me. That's all. But the idea is that I don't think that there's no hate into the way it was. I think that, you know, the words of I hate to say it, but Wendy Williams, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but, you know, we have to figure out how to land, and I think that that's where we're going at today. How are we going to land this thing?
Yes.
How are we going to bring it in?
Yes.
You know, so the idea is that love is for us all, but how can we land this thing? And do we have superstitious expectations of one another, or is it truly love? You follow what I mean? Is
Absolutely.
it truly love?
Absolutely.
So, you know, so is there anything else you would like to add here at this moment? Sisters, 2 minutes.
I think that basically, you know, we covered it. I just, you know, I thank God for the time that we're living in right now, because our young people are really setting the trend for us.
Sure.
They are at a place where we weren't.
Sure.
They're at a place now where they're not looking at the skin color.
Sure.
If they like you, they like you,
right.
And they're dating one another.
Yes.
And, you know, parents who might be objecting to it is not stopping what the children desire and want to do. And so it's going to help the whole overall family.
Well, I'm glad that we bring this thing to the forefront, that is actually the minds of the American people starting to evolve, because, you know, I work with the airline industry, and I see secret dates all the time.
Right.
You know, secret, you know, you go in here, and you act like you're not together, you know. It's crazy, you know what I mean? So the idea is this right here, that I think that it's a good thing that everybody just, you know, put it on the table.
Absolutely.
Also, I want to say we live in a diverse society.
Yes.
And because we're exposed to so many different people, we get to know them.
Sure.
Yes.
Where before it was fear, we was all in our own little community.
Yeah, own little world.
You know, all absolutely around the people that we were familiar with.
Yes.
But now in churches are not segregated the way they used to be.
Exactly.
The school system is not segregated.
Right.
Colleges, even in the community.
Yes.
So now I get to know my other brother.
Right.
You know.
But I just like to say this right here. We're going to close here because Melissa just gave me the finger, gave me the hand. Is that the idea is this right here? Is this? I didn't mean to say finger. I mean give me the hand. The idea is this right here. Is this? It's a good thing where we arrive and we're going to land.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with each individual studying their own heritage.
Absolutely.
Because it's from your heritage that make you an American.
Absolutely.
You understand me? It's not the other way around. So we're in with this. Keep hope.
Alive.
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 All right.
That was your show. That was your show.
It was your show. I don't know. He might have went to get it. You going back to work?
Yeah, I gotta run back. Oh, it's been a whirlwind day.
I didn't know the whole week. And then you gotta go be at church by what, 7:30?
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
Whirlwind.
I was nervous.
You didn't sound like you were nervous.
I was.
All right.
Are we supposed to do that 4 now?
Huh? Yes.
Okay, where is it so I can get out of here?